What's happening, guys? We are long overdue for a mug cake recipe on the channel. If you are an OG subscriber to the channel, you may remember about a year and a half ago, I dedicated a whole month to making mug cakes. I did 30 different mug cakes. Those recipes are really awesome. If you're kind of a newer subscriber and you never saw any of those, check those out. They're very, very good. But today's mug cake recipe, it just shouldn't exist. It is this amazing chocolate cake that only takes about a minute to make and only has 10 grams of carbs. So let's get right into it and get cooking. All right, so in a large souffle cup, I'm gonna add a quarter cup of almond milk, 2 eggs, a teaspoon of liquid sweetener, 1.5 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, a tablespoon of coconut flour, 1 scoop of chocolate whey protein powder, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, and just a pinch of salt. Now I'm just gonna mix my ingredients until a nice chocolatey batter forms. And once it does, I'm gonna microwave my souffle dish for just a minute. And of course, as always, enjoy, guys. All right, guys, so I have a few pro tips to make sure your mug cake goes as deliciously as possible. Pro tip number 1 is the ultimate rule to making a mug anything, and that is to slightly undercook your cake just a little bit. That means even if the middle is not totally cooked all the way, that's fine. Otherwise, you are gonna so dry out your cake, it is not gonna be enjoyable at all, and you don't want a dry cake. Pro tip number 2 is choosing the right liquid sweetener for your taste. I personally like Splenda, so for my mug cake, I went with Splenda Zero. This stuff is absolutely delicious. 0 calories, 0 carbs. If you've never used a liquid sweetener before, I highly recommend start using them because they're just great in a lot of different things and no carbs. But if liquid Splenda isn't really your thing, and I totally get that because I know a lot of people don't like sucralose, you can definitely use liquid stevia as well. I use this from time to time. I'm not a huge stevia fan, but these liquid sweeteners are awesome because the granulated sugar substitutes, they have calories, they have carbs. They can market them as 0 calorie sweeteners because the serving size is 1/4 teaspoon, guys. That's like not even a gram. I don't know anyone who uses 1/4 teaspoon of sugar substitute in anything, so these are really great alternatives. Pro tip number 3, guys, is selecting the right mug for your mug cake. I personally love to use the 16-ounce filet cup. Filet cup? This is not souffle. Souffle cup. We're gonna be making a few more mug cakes on the channel here real soon. I personally think this is the most ideal thing I've ever used for mug cakes. It's actually the perfect size. Not only is it great for mug cakes, I find myself using this for oatmeal all the time. If you don't have like a large souffle cup like this, you definitely should grab yourself one. Like I said, there'll be links in the video description below to all of this stuff, but what's really cool, you can pop this in the oven, you can bake with it too. Don't use a regular mug for this mug cake because it's probably not gonna be big enough. This makes a lot of cake. And second of all, if you use a regular size mug, there's probably a 99% chance that your mug cake's gonna end up pretty dry. Pro tip number 4 is choosing whey protein for your protein shake. If you use anything else, I can't guarantee you that you're gonna have the results that I had because this is the protein powder that I went with, this Isopure chocolate, and different protein powders cook differently, guys. So use a chocolate whey protein when you make your mug cake. Anyways, those are all my pro tips for making the most delicious mug cake possible, guys. I don't want you to end up with a dry mug cake. I want you to end up with a delicious mug cake. So definitely take me up on some of those tips. As far as the macros go on this mug cake, it is 310 calories, 11 grams of fat, 10 grams of carbs, 8 of which is fiber, which is just crazy, and 39 grams of protein, tons of protein in this recipe. I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. All of the metric measurements to the gram and the full recipe can be found in the video description below. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys.